new surveillance video offering new insights into a deadly stabbing over stolen shrimp at a Harlem fish market. The video showing the harrowing moments leading up to the stabbing. It starts when one brother is accused of stealing the shrimp.
Soon, both brothers appear to start attacking the store workers.
Eyewitness News obtained this edited security video. At the top of your screen, you can see 29-year-old Robert Burrell having a conversation with a worker. The video cuts to employees pushing Robert out of the Fish Express fish market on St. Nicholas Place in Harlem. They say he tried to steal a bag of shrimp around 10 o'clock at night on February 21st. You can see him drop a plastic bag in the scuffle before he takes a swing at the workers, shoving him out the door. Cops say minutes later, Robert returned with his brother Malik wearing the yellow North Face sweatshirt. The camera captured the duo dart to the back and launch a chair at the workers. A fight breaks out. Police say that's Junior Aquino Hernandez, who grabs a huge kitchen knife and starts stabbing the brothers. The workers push the brothers back out of the store as the stabbing continued. The brothers eventually staggered outside. An eyewitness described the scene.
It started from the inside. You follow the drops of blood. It goes around like a circle.
Both brothers were taken to the hospital. 25-year-old Malik Burrell died. The day after the stabbing, their father told Eyewitness News his sons did not steal anything.
My sons don't have no reason to take anything. They got money. They have money. I have money. You know what I'm saying? They have jobs. My son was a beautiful kid. Very well-mannered. You feel what I'm saying? My other son, Robert, yeah, well-mannered.
The older brother survived and is now recovering from stab wounds. The worker, 34-year-old Junior Aquino Hernandez, is now charged with assault.
Okay, Shalom. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, as well as much respect and honors to the brothers that are pushing this truth and sincerity across the four winds of this earth and risking their lives and freedom to do so. I would also like to give much honors and respect to the brothers and sisters that are of the hopeful elect, that are doing their very best to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High to the best of their abilities. Shalom. This is Caleb of Judah, and I'm coming back at you with a quick lesson. As you saw in the beginning, I shared this news clipping of these two Jakes that were stabbed over some shrimp. Okay, the one Jake got stabbed to death, okay? And the other one, which was his brother, got wounded. Well, here it is initially. I guess the Jake originally had went into the fish market, and according to the the news, they said that he was trying to steal some shrimp. Okay, and so here it is. You could see, in the video where, the workers in that fish market, had pretty much kicked the Jake out of the store. Okay, and so the Jake ended up, I guess coming back moments later with his brother, to try to avenge himself, and in the process, he ended up getting stabbed to death, and his brother also got stabbed and wounded. Okay. However, from my understanding, his brother survived his injuries. Okay. Now, first and foremost, shrimp, crabs, lobsters and stuff like that. We don't supposed to be eating those type of things, Israel. Okay, and when I say Israel, I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and those that are other speckled bird that look like these other nations, but you go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on your father's side. Eating shrimp, crabs, lobsters, and pork, those things are an abomination. Those things are a transgression against the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. But here it is, you have a lot of our people that like to eat those things. I know this one Jake in particular, he likes to eat a lot of pork and shrimp and whatnot. And here it is. Now, he's younger than me, but his health is much worse off than mine, And then, and like I say, he likes to eat those type of things. Like pork, a lot of pork and shrimp and whatnot. And then he wonders why, he has a high blood pressure. He has gout. His ankles are all swole up and everything like that. He wonders why he's having all these different issues. But like I say, yet he likes to eat all these different abominations and whatnot. Once again, Israel, we don't supposed to be eating these type of things, okay? And here it is in this particular, news clipping that I shared with you in the beginning. You had these two Jakes, okay, that basically got stabbed. One got deleted up out of here, all over trying to, eat some abominations, all over some shrimp, And so, you have to call this like it is. This was judgment that was being carried out on these two Jakes by the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay. And this leads me to my first scripture. This is in the book of Deuteronomy, and this is chapter 32, and this is verse 39. And it says, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. It says, I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Okay, now right here it says, I kill and I make alive. Now the one Jake, he got stabbed to death. Okay, all over trying to get some shrimp. Okay, and basically, when he got kicked out of the store because they said he was stealing, he came back and trying to retaliate. Okay, did all that over some shrimp, and look how it ended him up. He's no longer here now. It says, I kill and I make alive. It says, I wound and I heal. The Jake, now here it is. He wanted to retaliate. And so he brought his brother back with him, I guess, to try to help him retaliate. And look what happened to his brother. His brother got stabbed up too. Okay, however, his brother survived his injuries. But still, this is judgment being carried out by the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay? It says, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Once again, this was judgment that was being carried out by the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay? And judgment is being ramped up. The Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is ramping things up. It seems like every day you're hearing about someone, being deleted. Whether it's or you're hearing about somebody dropping. Whether it's a famous celebrity or an athlete. And a lot of them are young too. Okay? The Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua doesn't discriminate. But you're hearing about usually every day about someone dropping, whether it's like an athlete or a celebrity or even just your average everyday working person. Here it is. I had shared in the previous lesson that Monday I had found out that a classmate of mine, her husband passed away, and I'm pretty sure it was coming from drinking that Kool-Aid, that Evil E was trying to get everybody to drink. Because here it is, this particular classmate of mine, she had went down there and she had at least about 3 glasses of that Kool-Aid. And so I'm pretty sure her husband had it as well. You're hearing about people, like I say, dropping left and right. Here it is. Even just tonight, I received a text, from someone that I know saying that this person that I supposedly know, I couldn't really recall the name, but the person that texted me said that, someone that I supposedly know had just passed away from a heart attack tonight. OK, and so, hey, the Most High is turning things up. Judgment is going out daily. OK, the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua isn't playing Israel, And this is why we have to fear our higher power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. OK, so we can be spared. OK. Because, we're seeing, the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua turn things up, Okay. This is Proverbs, and this is chapter 13. And I want to start in verse 14. And it reads, the law of the wise is a fountain of life. It says to depart from the snares of death. And that's right. Okay, because keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a fountain of life. Okay, it promotes life. It brings life. Okay, it keeps you from the snares and traps of death. Okay, and obviously these two Jakes that was in this particular video that got stabbed. Okay, hey, they obviously wasn't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, here it is. They're in there trying to get shrimp. Okay, that's going off. Okay, and then like I say, they got accused of stealing. Okay, and then they want to go back and retaliate. And look what happened to them. Okay, one got deleted up out of here. Okay, and the other one got wounded. Okay, and so they obviously, you just got to call it like it is. They obviously didn't fear the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, they obviously wasn't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because if they did, okay, hey, they wouldn't have been in this particular situation. Okay, they would have been able to, like I say, they wouldn't have got judged like they did. You just got to call it out. Okay, they wouldn't have got judged. Okay. Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 14 again. It says the laws of the wise is a fountain of life. It says to depart from the snares of death. Okay, these two Jakes right here in this particular news clipping that I shared with you, one of them got deleted. And the other one, like I say, he got judged, but he was able to survive his injuries. Okay, but once again, if they had feared the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to the best of their abilities, they wouldn't have been, in that particular situation. They wouldn't have gotten judged. Okay. Verse 15, it says, good understanding, give it favor. It says, but the way of the transgressors is hard. Okay. And this particular news clipping that I shared with you is a prime example of the ways of the transgressor being hard. Okay. Because look what happened to them. Okay. They were both transgressing the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, first and foremost by trying to eat shrimp. Okay. And look what happened to them. Okay. All that over some shrimp, One is no longer here now, and the other one is injured. Okay, all over trying to get some shrimp. This is why, like I said, we have to fear our higher power. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, Israel, so we can, avoid the snares and the traps of death, so we can have that hedge of protection over us. Okay. Okay, and then here it is. You had the particular, this Jake, initially he got kicked out of the fish market, and instead of just leaving things alone, going about the rest of his day, he wants to return, and retaliate. And look what happened to him. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 32 and verse 17. It says, a sinful man will not be reproved, but finding an excuse according to his will. Okay, because here it is. A sinful man will not be reproved, or a sinful man will not be corrected. Okay, but he'll try to find a way to justify his wickedness. Okay, and here it is, this particular Jake, like I say, they kicked him out of the store because they said he was stealing. Okay, and instead of just going on about the rest of his day, leaving things alone, he wants to return with his brother, okay, to try to retaliate. Okay, and look what happened to him. They both got judged in the end. They both got judged. One is no longer here now. I'm not going to keep this lesson long. Okay, the next scripture I want to go to is in the book of Proverbs, and this is chapter 22, and this is verse 3. And it reads, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. Okay, a prudent man, meaning a wise man, foresees no evil and hideth himself. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. Now here it is, these two Jakes in this particular news clipping, hey, they weren't prudent men. Okay, because if they were prudent men, they would have never been in a situation like that to begin with. Okay. But here it is. The Jake got caught up into that situation. And instead of just, leaving it alone and going on about the rest of his day, he wants to return, okay, with his brother, to try to retaliate. Okay. And look what happened to both of them, in the process of them trying to retaliate all over some shrimp. Okay. Look what happened. One is no longer here. Okay. And the other one got stabbed up. Like I say, even though, however, he survived his injuries, but still, they both got judged. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3 again, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. Okay, and these two Jakes in this particular news clipping, hey, they were simple. Okay, because here it is. They weren't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They were in there trying to get shrimp. Okay, the one Jake, like I say, they said he was stealing. Okay, they kicked him out of the fish market, and instead of him just staying gone, he wants to return with his brother to try to fight. Okay, and look what happened. One is no longer here. Okay, the other one is injured. Okay, this is the last scripture that I'm going to go ahead and end the lesson, and this is Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 15, and it reads, he that justified the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they are both an abomination to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now here it is. You had the father of these two Jakes at the end of this news clip, and he was basically trying to say that that these two Jakes were well mannered. Okay, and that's not true, because if these two Jakes were well mannered, they wouldn't have been in a situation like this. Trying to steal shrimp, trying to fight over some shrimp, and in the end, getting stabbed up, one getting deleted. And the other one, got wounded all over some shrimp, trying to eat some abominations. Okay. This is not well mannered at all. Okay. And here it is. The Jake, initially got kicked out of the store because they said that he was trying to steal the shrimp. If he was well mannered, he would have just left it alone. And just went on about the rest of his day. But instead, he's trying to retaliate, trying to go back up in there and fight, brought his brother along with him. He ended up, like I say, getting deleted and got his brother stabbed up and wounded as well. Okay, this is not well-mannered behavior at all. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15 again. It says, he that justified the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they are both an abomination to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, and these two Jakes were being wicked. Okay, and then you got the father basically trying to justify them, And so, hey, the father, he's an abomination unto the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, because he's basically trying to justify the wicked. Okay, he's basically trying to say that these two Jakes were well-mannered. Okay, but according to this video that we saw, hey, that's not well-mannered at all. Okay, and so, that's pretty much the point. I'm going to go ahead and end off here. I hope it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Kwam Yasharala and Abba Baba. Shalom.